This news update is brought to you by...
It's gonna be a big blue summer.
The Big Blue Summer celebration with Flow is here. Make yours unforgettable. Sign up for big bundle savings. Build your essential bundle and save big money. Blow out the candles on Barbados' 50th and Flow's first Big Blue birthday celebration. To win big prizes including $10,000 in cash. Big-time sports coverage at home or on the go with Flow TV, like the Olympic Games in Rio and the new home of Premier League football. Watch it all with big data and big style on the fastest 4G network. The world's biggest sporting events this summer are all on Flow. The Big Blue Summer Celebration is here, and Flow is your official partner. This is how we flow.
It's gonna be a big blue summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow. We wear the blue for the summer. Get ready to go. This is how we flow.
It's Monday, July the 18th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, a reformed gunman has been shedding some light on how illegal firearms have been entering Barbados. Mario Bruce told the panel discussion entitled "Gun Violence, What Does It Have to Do with Me?" at the Cayfield Wesleyan Church on Friday night that one of the main things was to avoid the Barbados Coast Guard. Bruce, who said he escaped being gunned down on several occasions, also explained that illegal firearms were easy to obtain in Barbados once a person knew the right people and had the right amount of money.
These guns come in with the shipments. You know, if you bail 50 pounds of marijuana and you put a Glock or a 9mm in the midst of it with some ammunition, and then you have 200 and something pounds of marijuana, and every bill that you have, if they're bailed out in 50 pounds, have a gun, then that is one of the key avenues, because we see that security is very tight where it's concerned, pertaining to the port, pertaining to Grantley Adams. You know, that juncture is a hard juncture. And for guns to come in through that juncture, it have to be, in a sense, where someone who is legal allowing, and that type of thing does happen in Barbados.
A passionate Bruce, who said his mission was to influence other young men away from a life of crime, also told the audience how much of the gun violence was being caused.
Guns come into play as a result of not wanting hand-to-hand combat. And most gun violence comes through a person who are not really able to defend themselves in hand-to-hand combat. So then, as a result, many of the gun violence comes through, one, out of anger and out of seeing himself as not who he really portrays himself to be. In other words, there was a guy who was nicknamed Badman Rick. And when you name yourself those type of names, Badman Rick, you have to live up to the reputation. A bad man cannot be a bad man and seen as somebody who would step on your toe and tell you sorry.
Police Public Relations Officer Acting Assistant Superintendent David Welch, another panelist, said while some gun crime involved aggravated burglaries, most was the result of conflict.
We have murders within this category. So far for the year, we've had 10 murders. Up to April this year, we only had 2. And one was with a gun and one was with another instrument. Out of the 10, we have 7 homicides committed by firearms.
Other panelists were head of the Accident and Emergency Department of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Dr. Cheney Williams, and founder of the Save Our Sons movement, Dr. Orlando Seal. The event was organized by the Men's Fellowship of the Cayfield Wesleyan Church as part of its monthly Man Talk series. Barbados Labour Party candidate for Christchurch West, Dr. William Duguid, is knocking the latest unemployment figures released earlier this month by the Barbados Statistical Service. The figures show unemployment stood at 9.3% for the first quarter of this year. That's down from last year's overall figure of 11.3%. But speaking to residents of the Bonnets, Britain's during a mass canvass yesterday, Duguid said the numbers do not present a true picture of the employment situation in Barbados.
You cannot make ends meet with 20 hours a week. No, it's underemployment. So even although you might see statistically a better number, in terms of the employment figures, the people are actually not making enough to make a living wage. And that's the problem that we have. All right? As you heard the gentleman here talk about construction and the problems in construction. Because since the Democratic Party got into office, construction has gone down. So the majority who bore the brunt of the austerity measures are the construction workers and the construction companies. So many times I hear people who said that they've used up all of their savings, people who were in construction.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
ICBL T20 Cricket Party, more than a match. To Gary's 80th birthday, celebrating the greatest all-rounder and our national hero. You can't beat that. July 28th, 6:30 p.m. Tickets from Kensington Oval, CS Pharmacy, and TicketPal.com. Hosted by the 50th Anniversary Secretariat.
We're back with news of the region now. St. Vincent Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez says he has not been informed of any plans by the Barbados government to deport murder convict Arlie James, who was released from prison last week. James was jailed for the 1994 murder of his wife and stepdaughter. He was originally sentenced to hang, but his sentence was commuted to life in prison. Since his release, there have been calls for James to be deported to his homeland, St. Vincent. But local authorities have given no indication of such plans. And Dr. Ralph Gonzalez told Barbados today he is aware of the case and Barbados has the right to deport him if authorities wish to do so. However, he says he has received no official word from Bridgetown of any moves to send James back to Kingstown. Meanwhile, Dr. Gonzalez has joined his St. Lucian counterpart, Alan Chastanet, in voicing concerns over the impact of criminal deportees on the Caribbean. Last week, Chastanet charged that thousands of criminal deportees from the U.S. are contributing to serious crime in the Caribbean, and in an interview with Barbados Today, Gonzalez says this has been a perennial concern of regional leaders. And on the international scene, President Barack Obama says nothing justifies attacks on police officers. Obama was speaking soon after 3 police officers were killed and 3 injured in a shooting in the southern U.S. city of Baton Rouge yesterday. A suspect shot dead at the scene was thought to be the only gunman involved. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izuni Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
All you need to do in these small countries, all you need to do is to have 1 or 2 persons who are experienced in the field of crime, even if they themselves do not actually commit the crime, but they come like tutors to fellas in the village or the communities. They come like professors in advanced techniques. That's so that when you look at of course, there's some deportees who are recidivists when they come back to their home countries. They commit crimes, but some of them do not. But you can't measure it only by those who do not. You have to look at what is their influence in that subculture of crime now, even though they themselves are not committing themselves. That the advice is to pass on, and police forces will tell you that.
And on the international scene, President Barack Obama says nothing justifies attacks on police officers. Obama was speaking soon after 3 police officers were killed and 3 injured in a shooting in the southern U.S. city of Baton Rouge yesterday. A suspect shot dead at the scene was thought to be the only gunman involved.
8:40 a.m., a quiet Sunday morning in Baton Rouge, when officers spot a man dressed in black, holding a rifle near a convenience store. 8:42, reports received of shots fired.
We have an officer down behind the crowd. We need the Bearcat now for an evac.
Responding officers locked in a gun battle.
All I saw when we pulled up and took around through the windshield, he had a mask on.
8:48, with medics on the scene trying to get to the fallen officers.
Regardless of motive, the death of these 3 brave officers underscores the danger that police across the country confront every single day. And we as a nation have to be loud and clear that nothing justifies violence against law enforcement. Attacks on police are an attack on all of us.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.